Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Poke fans, and others who have on this video. I'm SoresanCrockxen. I know I'm like 2 days late for this video, but I've just been busy the last 2 days. But I'm here to talk about the news that came out in Scarlet and Violet. Let's go. So I jotted down most of the information that I want to talk about in this part of the video, and then after we're done with my thoughts on all that stuff, then we're going to do what we usually do, which is look at the website with more information on some of the stuff that was revealed, but maybe not talk too much about in the trailer. So the first thing that we want to discuss is the fact that wild Tera Mons are going to be in the game. Now, before we all thought, well, at least I only thought that we were going to have these weird Tera, weird Tera type combination Mons in the dungeons, but apparently you can get random wild Pokemon just roaming around, but they're usually like glowing, and then when you go to them, then they have potentially a different Tera type. They did also mention that all 18 types are available for all the Mons, which is something that we discussed in the Terastalizing video or stream a couple weeks back. So apparently we were wrong, and they are gonna just throw out all the Mons with all 18 type combinations, which is a really big uptake. We didn't think it was going to be anywhere near that. So congratulations, game people. Now, one of the big concerns that were shown off in the trailer, and I wanted to discuss here, is the fact that they talked about how when you were taking damage in your Terastalize form, the wild Pokemon then loses its Tera form. Now, before they used to talk about the fact that you get to keep the Tera form throughout the battle, right? You can switch out, switch back in, all that stuff. But this brings up a concern. Do we, when we are doing like battling and competitive and all that stuff, is there a possibility that if your Mon gets to a certain amount of HP and they're Terastalized, they lose their Tera type or the Terastalization? Because if that's true, then that makes this gimmick maybe not as good as we thought it was going to be. If it's just strictly the wild Pokemon, then I guess it's fine. But if it's like an actual thing that we have to worry about as competitors, then I don't know how good this mechanic is going to be in the long run, you know what I mean? The next thing that I want to talk about is item farming and item retrieval. So they showed off in the Let's Go feature that they've been talking about a lot recently. Your Pokemon can go out and actually like get items that they find around in the wild, and so like if you let them go, then they'll go run around, and eventually if they find something, then they pick up the item, then you have it. But they also showed off the fact that you can actually farm items from Pokemon. I think they showed off like it's fighting against, I think it was Quaxley versus like I believe it was a Shinx or something like that. I really don't remember what it was, but it was like one of those cat furry things. And when the Quaxley defeated it, it dropped items with like, I think it was like something fluff or whatever the fuck. And I was like, okay, so we said fuck appealing to like animal rights activists. We're gonna use Pokemon for farming purposes. Like in Arceus, you farmed like actual like nature or items and stuff like that, but now you're actually farming Pokemon, which is I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how that's gonna look for all these people that are animal activists. I don't fucking know. Anyways, that I'm interested to see how in depth this mechanic is going to be, and if it's strictly just Pokemon that when you battle them in the Let's Go feature, or if when you actually battle them they actually drop items. I'm really curious about that. One of the cool interesting points that they showed off in the trailer is the fact that we can actually put like checkpoints and in the map. Like if you want to do like there's a specific area you want to go, or like you have a quest that has to get you to a specific place, you can actually put a marker on the map, and then you basically like guide, which is usually something that happens in a lot of RPGs. That is cool, and I know people are gonna be like, but well, you didn't like that in Sun and Moon with the fucking Rotom decks and all that shit. This is different. The Rotom decks, I'm over here talking about Gen 7. The Rotom decks, the reason why I had an issue with this is because the actual fucking thing told you where you need to go, and it would like block progress in other areas. Like I'm replaying Ultra Moon now, and I'm dealing with that issue again where I want to go to a specific spot, but the road index is like, no, you can't go there. You have to go over here. Like, what are you doing? You're an idiot. So like, that was my issue with this. Now you, as the player, get to control where you want to go, which is the whole point of an open world RPG. So the fact that you can put markers on the map for yourself, like you decide, I want to go there. That's totally fine. That's completely two different things. For those I know somebody would have said something, and probably like if those people that used to watch me back in the day come back and they hear that, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna say something about it. But just know that they're two different mechanics. So next up, we're gonna talk about the Star Festival, like road, whatever the fuck, the third storyline that they mentioned in the trailer. The one I said that doesn't look appealing to me, whatever. So it showed off. It's a little differently than I thought it was gonna be. So essentially, you get to an area, there's like a big gate, you gotta ring a bell, and then you go in. Now they mentioned that you can't actually battle yourself, right? You have to use the Let's Go feature in this area, and you're only allowed 3 Mons. So I thought you could go in with a full party of 6, and then you as a trainer can like battle certain Pokemon while your other Pokemon are doing whatever the fuck they want to do. But no, it's strictly just you need to do the Let's Go feature, let the Pokemon go out and battle and all that stuff, and then you have like a specific number of enemies that you need to defeat in a specific time. So they show, like, I think with like 10 minutes, you have to defeat like 30 Pokemon, and it's just the grunts throwing random Pokemon at you over and over and over and over again. Now they didn't show, I'm assuming it's gonna be based on level scaling, and like the stronger your Mons are, the faster they defeat the enemies. But what happens if the enemy defeats your Pokemon, right? They didn't talk about that. They didn't talk about you like healing them or what. You're just walking around and your Mons are going all over the place. And so like I said, I still don't see a lot of benefit in this storyline, particularly for me, but you know, whatever. And then after you defeat the number required and then the timer stops because you completed the task, that's when the final boss of the area comes out, and then you have like a traditional battle with them, except for the fact that you have to deal with the fucking car moving. But they didn't show too much about that either. Now next up, they talked about the fact that you can create your own TMs. So this is a little different from how it used to be before, where we started out with limited TMs, or you only get like 1 or 2 of each TM per game. Eventually it turned into, oh, well, now TMs are unlimited, and then we have like you have TMs that are unlimited, but you have TRs, which are only one-time use, but you can get multiple of them, so you can farm for them. Now it's like, oh, fuck all that shit. You just farm, and then you get a TM from this machine, and then you got a TM. But they did talk about how, we're gonna talk about more, but when we read the website, because I do have the tab ready for it. But they talked about how you needed like league points, and then also like drops from Pokemon in order to get TMs. So depending on which one you want to get, it'll depend on what Mon you have to defeat and how many of the drops you have to get, and then how many league points you need to have in order to purchase the fucking TM. Now they didn't specify if once you get one TM, if it's forever use like it used to be before, or if you have to continuously farm to get the TM multiple times. They didn't talk about that, but I'm assuming we're going to read something about that in the website, so we'll go from there. Next up, we're going to talk about the fact that Titans can run. What? I'm going to show the little clip here where in the fucking trailer, and this is not what I was hoping for, and I don't know if I feel like I'm disappointed in the fact that it's not the way I wanted it to be, or because it's still like too new and we still don't have a lot of information how it's going to, you know, be incorporated. But the fact of the matter is that the trainer was battling the Claw, the giant Claw that they showed off in the other trailer, and they were battling together. And then after the Claw got to like a certain amount of HP, the fucking thing ran away. So I don't know if that means that it becomes like a fetch quest where you have to then find the fucking Titan again in order to get the fucking item that you need to find. Or if that's like, oh, you didn't defeat it, but it felt like it wasn't gonna win, so it ran away, but you still completed your quest. If it's that way, I'm gonna be so disappointed, because this was the fucking storyline I was most excited for, and it's not like Legends Arceus, for fuck's sakes. Why didn't you, if you're gonna give me fucking Titans, which look and feel similar to the goddamn alpha Pokemon in Arceus, why would you do this? Why would you do this to me? The only potential positive I can see for this is if they go the first route, where it's actually like, oh, you weren't able to defeat it, but you still have to go and look for it again, and then you battle it, and it's like fully back to full HP, and then you have to battle again, but now it's stronger or something like that. That's the only thing I hope for the love of God that it's not that once you get it to low HP and if it runs away, you still win the fucking quest. Because I swear to the gods, if that's the way they do it, I'm gonna be so disappointed in that fucking story arc. Alright, next up we're gonna talk about the fact the giraffe rig now has an evolution. How the fuck was it called? Graphite rig? I don't know. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. But we're gonna talk about it when we get to the website. But initial thoughts, it looks okay. It looks a little weird. It kept the same typing, which I'm not really a fan of. I would have preferred they go like a psychic dark type or something like that. It's okay. Like I said, when we get to the website stuff, then we can go into more detail about it, and I can give more thoughts on, because I don't really know too much about the thing. Next up, we're gonna talk about the new grass type move that was introduced. They showed off the Gracious or Braces, whatever the fuck his name is, the fucking sadist guy that I still don't like. His Sudowoodo had a new move. It's a new grass type move where essentially, well, we don't know its base power. We don't know how strong it is. But it essentially, after you use the move, you increase your speed stat. So I'm really looking forward to that, because I really want to know how good this move is going to be. Because I think we've only had one move like that before. I think it was Steamroller or something like that. Where the more when you used it, it actually increased your speed, and it was like a bug type move. I think that's the one I'm thinking about. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Because even then, that move wasn't good. It's not really used to competitive. So. But overall, I really hope that the move is good. It's like a grass type move that increases your speed the more you use it, bro. Like it can potentially be game changing for some Mons if they're able to get them. All right, next up we're gonna talk about the new character, like main character features that they talk about. Customization looks clean. Like you can customize so much fucking shit in this game. Like you have your outfits, you have your hair, you have your eyebrows, you have your eyes. You can customize your mouth. Like they showed off their noses? I don't know. I don't think they did. How did they go? But there's like so many more options, and this is cool because, as I mentioned before, the base like character looks don't look that good to me, right? Still to this day, I don't like the way the main characters look in this game. But the fact that we can customize so much of it, I think is maybe the reason why the main characters look so plain and boring to begin with. I'm really glad that the customization is that expansive. So that's going to be one of the main things I'm going to be messing with at the start of the game, like just to make sure my character looks the way I want them to look. And also they talk about the fact that you have pictures. You can take pictures on the game. Like your character now is like a fucking Gen Zer where they're like snapping pictures, like putting them on Instagram and shit like that. I don't know how I feel about that. That's not my cup of tea. But for people who really like that stuff, kudos to them. If they allow you to link it to like social media, then maybe it'll be fine. But I really doubt that, because they talked about the new feature where they're dropping the fact that you can connect your Nintendo account to your Twitter and your Facebook and all that shit. So I really don't think that Nintendo wants to be attached to any type of social media. The next stuff that we're going to talk about is, you guys remember back in Sword and Shield where they had those where you have to make curry? A mini game. Well, they said like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We're just gonna make you make sandwiches. So now like it's a picnic. You summon a picnic table. Your Mons are all over the place. You're able to like play with them and give them baths and have toys and all this other stuff. And then you get on the table and then you build a fucking sandwich. Where you get those ingredients, I don't know, but I don't know about that, dog. Because I mean, they give you like boosts to like your character and then your Mons if you eat the fucking sandwich. But I don't know how efficient that's gonna be. And the fucking person who was doing that mini game in the fucking trailer, I don't know, man. They either the fucking Joy-Con or whatever the fuck they were using were not that stable, or they have no coordination at all, because that footage looked rough as fuck. And then finally, we're going to talk about the fact that Tera raids look way different and weirder than I thought they were going to be. Not only are they timed, but they don't even... You know how they said, oh, your Pokemon can attack whenever the fuck, there's no particular order, you don't have to... But, like, they don't show it frequently. Like, it's not like the Mons were attacking back to back to back to back. It was like, oh, I attacked, and then there's like an animation and stuff like that. Like, it still, like, took them a couple of tries to even do any damage. And all your Pokemon can Terastalize, I guess, at the same time, right? Like your party team. They showed a little bit of the cheering mechanic, and then when your Pokemon faints, it comes back in a couple turns. But if it's timed, I don't know how efficient that's going to be, because it depends how long it takes for your Pokemon to come back. I don't know. Personally, I don't feel like I need more. I need to actually play a Tera raid battle before I can give it an actual thought of how I feel about it. Because just looking at it, I'm still confused as fuck. Because it's like it doesn't feel like a fucking raid battle in Sword and Shield, but at the same time, like, it still feels a little bit like that, but more restrictive. I don't know. We'll see when it comes to that. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this part of the video. We're going to go into the website stuff and then the outro afterwards. So I'll see you guys then. Have a picnic. You can have picnics almost anywhere when out exploring the region's vast wilderness. Picnics allow you to spend leisure time with your Pokemon, and you can change the designs of the tablecloth, cups, water bottles, and other picnic items to create an arrangement of your liking. Okay, that sounds interesting. I didn't think that was going to be a thing, but that's fun. When you start a picnic, your party Pokemon, as well as the legendary Pokemon accompanying you, either Koraidon or Miraidon, will come out and gather around. Oh, so the legendary Pokemon, even though you don't have them, they're part of your party, I guess? That's still cool. And there it says, you know, throw ball, crouch, whistle, ride Miraidon, something, whatever. You can choose your favorite filters and take photos during picnics. So while you're all exploring, filters are a great way to add a trendy flair to your photos. So let's see what mons we have. We have Lechonk, Sprigatito, Mareep, Gumi, Eevee, Cupchew, Curliel, Lechonk again, Luxray, Cupchew, Sprigatito, and Eevee. What happened to Mareep? And what happened to fucking Sliggoo? Or not Sliggoo, but Gumi. They're dead. They're dead. That's why it's dark. Where the fuck does Luxray come from? He's killing them. He's killing them all. No, I'm just kidding. Decide what kind of sandwich you'll make. You can make all kinds of sandwiches at a picnic. Before you begin making your sandwich, you'll choose which fillings and condiments you want to use, as well as sandwich pick that will help hold it together. Once you're ready, you'll arrange the ingredients on your bread, stacking them carefully. If you don't balance them properly, you might accidentally cause your ingredients to topple over or fall off the bread entirely. Arrange them skillfully, though, and you might just create a culinary masterpiece. Like I said, this fucking thing's... I don't know about that, dog. These fucking sandwiches look like shit. That's just me, though. The other part is, like I said, whoever the fuck was doing the mini game in the fucking trailer, they sucked ass. I'm surprised they fucking finished their damn sandwich. Anyways, when your Pokemon eat sandwiches, not only will their HP be restored, but the meal may impact some effects that will come in handy in your adventures. Try making all sorts of sandwiches in all sorts of ways. Mix ingredients to achieve unique flavors, try to create something visually striking, or simply use as many ingredients as possible and stack them as high as you can. Is there gonna be a fucking sandwich dex? Like there was a curry dex in Sword and Shield? I never fucking bothered with that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, become great friends with lots of Pokemon. During a picnic, your Pokemon will spend their time as they please. You can speak to each one of your Pokemon one-on-one or use toys to play with them. Spend time together and strengthen your bonds. When you have picnics with your Pokemon, you may also find a Pokemon egg. How the fuck does... What the fuck? How does that even work? So does that mean like any of your random mons can just start breeding out of nowhere and you're not even paying attention? The fuck is this? I did remember something about that in the fucking trailer, but it like completely skipped my mind when I was talking about it earlier. But what the fuck is this shit? Are you basically breeding your own mons? What the fuck is this crap? Or is it just like, oh, your Pokemon find a random Pokemon egg out in the wild and they steal it? They steal it from the wild and put it in your backpack. Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. Let's move on, shall we? Give your Pokemon a good scrub. In these titles, having your Pokemon walk alongside you or in battle can cause them to get grimy and dirty. By washing your Pokemon at a picnic, not only will they get clean, but the HP will be restored and their bond with you will become stronger. Your Pokemon will be covered in mud from the roadside, snow from snowstorms, and sand from sandstorms. In addition to weather phenomena and by factors like this, Pokemon may also get dirty from taking damage in battle. Scrub your Pokemon with soapy sponge, give them a good rinse of the water, and shower them with appreciation for the hard work. If they get damaged from battles, does that mean they're gonna have scrapes and shit? Can we Can we become nurses or doctors in the middle of the fucking wild area and just start curing our Pokemon? That would be a legit, like, that'd be a teen-rated Pokemon game if I've ever heard one. I definitely want something like that in the future. But anyways, the fact that they can recover HP makes this like a fucking... It's a cheap way. You don't even have to go to the Pokemon Center for that crap. Well, they don't restore your PP according to this, so maybe you might need to go there just to get your power points back up, or I don't know. Picnic becomes even lighter when playing with friends. You can also enjoy picnic with friends while playing together through either the Union Circle. Simply approach another player's picnic while you're playing together with friends. Have you and your Pokemon join. You can take a group photo or make sandwiches together with up to 3 friends, making a picnic an even livelier occasion. You may even find a Pokemon egg while you're here. What the fuck? Again, what is this? What is with all these damn Pokemon eggs showing up out of nowhere? Alright, let's see what mons we have here. Cacnea confirmed. Lechonk, Altaria, Quaxley, Fuecoco, another Cupchew, a Luxray, Picatito all the way in the corner. All these guys taking pictures. Note, in order to have picnics with other players via the internet or look, you may need to have the latest version of the game installed. And paid Nintendo Switch Online membership required to have picnics with other players via the internet. Good to know. Basically, that's the same thing for every other fucking online Pokemon game or online game on the Switch in general. You have to pay for the Switch Online. Anyways, that's it for that one. Shall we move on to the next topic? Because I don't know, this fucking picnic shit is making me... it's making me feel some type of way, man. Alright, the new Pokemon, Farigiraf. Farig living in the Paldean evolved into this Pokemon. Okay. Sure. The long neck Pokemon normal psychic, like I said, I don't really like the fact that it has the same typing. I would have much preferred like Psychic Dark or something else like that. Okay, the head of its main body and the head of its tail combined. As a result of evolution, the head of its main body and the head of its tail have become one. Both of Farigiraf's brains are connected through thick nerves, increasing its psychic energy, and it can emit psychic waves from the antenna on its head. It always is mindful of its surroundings, and while it can detect danger in an instant, there are times while its body cannot react as fast as its 2 brains can think. Oh, okay. So it's gonna be slow as fuck. The head from its tail is equipped for both offense and defense. A thick, sturdy head from its tail provides good defense for the head of the main body. When the head from its tail closes its mouth, Farigiraf whips its long neck around in an attack that deals brutal physical damage. The force of its attacks is to be able to pulverize stone, crush steel beams. I still think this thing's gonna be a fucking special attacker. It's not even gonna be that good of a special attacker either. It's gonna be slow as fuck. I doubt it's gonna be that bulky. I don't know. I still don't know how to feel about this. Okay, let's talk about the new abilities. Farigiraf's ability, Cut You, is a new ability appearing for the first time in these titles. When a Pokemon with this ability eats a berry, it will eat one more at the end of the next turn. What? How is this ability good? I mean, unless you have like a stat boosting berry, I guess, maybe? I don't know. This fucking thing sounds gimmicky as fuck. Never mind. Fuck that. I'm out. I'm done. Alright, what's the other one? Armor Tail. Farigiraf's ability, Armor Tail, is another new ability appearing for the first time in the title. It makes opposing Pokemon unable to use priority moves. So this is just basically dazzling on a fucking giraffe. I'm so mean. This Pokemon looks complete ass. Like, I thought it was gonna be... Okay, look. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first saw this thing, I was like, okay, it looks fine. It's whatever. I don't really care. But, like... this fucking thing's gonna be complete ass. I mean, you would think that after what? Oh shit, how long has it been since Gold and Silver came out? I don't fucking remember. Gotta be like 20 something years since the fucking... Yeah, about 21 years or something like that. Since Silver and Crystal. Since Gold, Silver, Crystal came out. And you give a fucking mon from that generation an evolution. And it just sounds like complete garbage. I'm sorry, Farigiraf. I'm gonna be messing up that name for years to come. But like, they did you dirty. You're gonna be slow as hell. I doubt you're gonna be that bulky. Your attack stat's gonna be probably somewhat decent because they're talking about you swinging your fucking head around. But like, you're a psychic normal type. I don't know, man. Listen. I'm not trying to throw shade here. If Farigiraf is now your favorite Pokemon, kudos to you. I just don't see how this thing is going to be good in any capacity. I don't even think it's going to be in PU with how bad it is. I don't know. Well, at least you can play Giraffe Farig in Little Cup now if you want. I mean, I'm so rude. Let's just move on to the next topic. Alright, last but not least, we have introducing the TM machine, a handy device that can make TMs. A technical machine, or TM for short, is a tool that allows Pokemon to learn new moves. In these titles, there is a piece of equipment installed at every Pokemon Center called the TM machine, which allows trainers to make their own TMs. That's the thing we were talking about earlier. TMs can be made using league points, LP for short, and materials dropped by wild Pokemon after battle. LP can be obtained as you advance the story or by trading in materials from Pokemon. Find moves you want your Pokemon to learn on the TM machine and try making a TM. The selection of TMs available for you to make grows as you continue your virtue. A TM, this is what I was talking about. You have to farm for items to get as many TMs as you want. I don't know how I feel about that. But if you have enough LP and the right materials from Pokemon, you can make as many as you like. Think carefully about what moves you want your Pokemon to have or learn to expand your strategic arsenal. So let's see, I'm assuming this is Ice Beam, Power Punch, Leech Life, or Infestation or something like that. I don't know what the fuck that is. Disarming Voice. I don't even know what the fuck this is. This is a Steel type move. Is it supposed to be Steel or what? I don't know what move that is. This looks like Air Slash or Air Cutter. And you got Rest, obviously, and then Helping Hand. Some of these moves are fucking ass. Oh no, this is Double Kick. Is it? I think it might be Double Kick. Oh, this might be Side. I think this is Side Beam. Okay, so looking back. So we got Ice Beam. I think this is Double Kick. Maybe Infestation. Side Beam, Disarming Voice. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't even know what type it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be Steel, but I'm not sure. Then you got like Air Cutter or Air Slash, Rest, and Helping Hand. And according to this, you need 400 LP and whatever the fuck this is. I don't know how I feel about this. I do know that. No, I'm gonna save that for a later time. I'm not gonna say anything about that. But I think that's it for the website. So I think we're just gonna do the outro now and go from there. And that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'm sorry if I sounded a little bit like a hater for some of this stuff. It's just I'm very nitpicky. If you've been a fan of my channel, you know this. This is very common tactics that I've always been. So I'm sorry if I came off a little negative, but it's just the way I am, I guess, when it comes to this type of stuff. But I'm still looking forward to the game. You know, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh fuck this shit, this is gonna be the worst Pokemon game in existence. It's just that I'm going in with a lot lower expectations than I was before. But either way, I'm still looking forward to the games. If you want to take it as a negative that I was talking, crap about some little things, I'm sorry. It's just the way I am. But I still want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the news? What's your favorite part about the news that came out? And what's your least favorite part? That way, I'm not the only negative one here. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.